Anti-immigration rallies are taking place in capital cities and regional centres across the country this afternoon. In Melbourne, anti-immigration protesters and a pro-Palestine rally have clashed in the CBD, with pepper spray being deployed and several demonstrators assaulted. Hundreds of police blocked the groups from meeting near Flinders Street Station, but members from both groups marched down other streets away from the blockade. There were few police in the area at that time. Large crowds have gathered at Sydney's Belmore Park, with many people waving Australian flags. Police have formed a barricade to stop hundreds of counter-protesters who are marching to Hyde Park from clashing with the group. Up to 1,000 police officers will be out in force in the city today, with the Sydney Marathon and the weekly pro-Palestinian rally also taking place.
We have no interest in entering Belmore Park. We do have an interest in standing shoulder to shoulder with refugee and migrant communities, and then later linking up with the Palestine rally as well.
Counter-protests have also now crossed paths with the anti-immigration rally in Brisbane. Thousands of protesters have gathered at the Roma Street Parklands for a march to the Queensland State Parliament. Counter-protests are planned in many locations, including Sydney, Canberra, Brisbane, Melbourne and Hobart. Rallies have also been organised in many regional centres. MPs from Katter's Australia Party are leading a march along Townsville's foreshore. Bob Katter has spoken at the rally.
Oppression becomes law, then resistance becomes duty. Yeah! And underneath that was written, every man dies, but not every man lives. Yes. That is Australia. That is
Our reporter Nabil Al-Nashar is at the rally in Sydney and he joins us now. Hi there, Nabil. What can you tell us about what's going on where you are?
Melissa, well, you can probably hear the crowd behind me. There's definitely thousands more here in this march, which started in Belmore Park and has now made its way to Victoria Park near Sydney University. The numbers have definitely increased from that initial estimate that we had at the beginning. The crowds have many chants throughout the day during their march, including Send Them Back, Save the Nation, Stop the Invasion, Australia First, and more. Many were also chants against the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, as you might be able to hear some of them behind me now. Some people who we spoke to were very quick to point out that this march is about being anti-immigration. It's about stopping the flow of what they describe as mass migration, and that it has nothing to do with race. This doesn't seem to be the view shared by everyone we spoke to, though.
I think we're being overrun by Indians and Muslims. Yeah. I'm not against migration altogether, okay? I'm just over the fact that we're bringing so many in at the same time. Yeah. And like she said, they're not conforming to our way of life.
Because you think it's a better country.
Yeah, they have to live the way that we live.
Even the event organizer and first speaker, Jesse Stewart, who is the husband of Beck Freedom, didn't shy away from the racial element to the discourse here at this march.
There is a clear global agenda to shame, beat down and replace people with Anglo-Celtic and European heritage. They want to turn our homeland into a multicultural economic zone that is completely conflicting with what the founders of this nation or what our ancestors had in mind for what they wanted to inherit to us.
What he's talking about here, Melissa, is of course known to many as the Great Replacement Theory, which is a conspiracy theory that suggests there's a secret agenda to eliminate people of European descent in Western countries. It's widely understood to also be a racist theory. He also constantly referred to the founding stock of Australia being replaced. The presumption here is that Australians of Anglo descent or European descent are the ones who built Australia. This is historically inaccurate and of course categorically false, as it sidelines every other group of Australians who have contributed to building the nation over the last 200 years and more, and of course First Nation Australians before everybody else. It also ignores the fact that Europeans came to Australia just over 200 years ago. The march has concluded, but the protest continues with speakers climbing up on stage. There have been many other chants made. There seems to be several factions within this march here today with different and varying views from the ones that are being purported, even amongst the speakers themselves.
All right, Nabil Al-Nashar reporting there in Sydney for us. Thanks very much for the update.